All right. We have two of the days already. Just a reminder, please speak into the microphone to ensure that people who are following along online can hear. Go ahead, Barbara.
So my question is, you're going to increase the sidewalks by 2 feet, and then you're saying, when did that leave for cars back? How much room do you need?
So for Avenue J, I don't know if we still have the So we're able to reduce this.
All right.
So Avenue J, so we're able to reduce the roadway and expand the sidewalks, especially at Avenue J, because there's currently a 4-foot wide median that's just painted. So we're just repurposing that area so that we can shift it over and give it back to the sidewalks. So you're not losing any area of that 4 feet. You are reducing it to a total of 2 feet of the roadway. But we're still meeting the standard travel lanes that is all throughout the city. It's not a lower width. It's what we use at any borough, any street throughout the city.
I'm just wondering, so like when snow plows come through, is there ample room?
Yeah, there should be. There should be. I mean, it's no different than any other street throughout the city. So it should be the same conditions that the sanitary follow.
Hi, you mentioned several times that you want to maintain parking on both sides of the street. Will it be a direct one-for-one match, or are we anticipating losing the existing parking spots and reducing it by 20%?
There will be a reduction of available legal parking spaces, but it's a lot of it is attributed to giving that proper clearance to emergency vehicles. That's really driving why we had to reduce the number of spaces. Percentage. So there's going to be. So I'll give you a number. So there's 4 on Avenue J and 4 on East 81st Street that have to.
All right. I'm gonna ask you guys to come around to the front. We're having some mic issues.
Hello, everyone. My question to you is, feelings of the person. Okay.
Sure. So in our task order, they provided data where they said there was 5 KSI or killed or seriously injured people or pedestrians from 2016 to 2020. So that's what we're using as our that's what we're following.
So that's 2016 to 2020, right? 5 years.
2016 to 2020, 5 KSI.
All right. Just a reminder, no more follow-up questions. Come on.
Test 1, 2, 1, 2.
Good evening. So if you have Avenue J with space and footage, and you're reducing the traffic for automobiles in that area, when there's an accident or a double parked car, what happens in that instance? When a double parked car is there, when double parked car is there and an emergency car has to go through because you took more space for the pedestrians on the sidewalk, and now you got a car double parked, an emergency traffic coming through, how do you handle that?
Well, it really depends on where that double parked car is. So if you have a sidewalk extension that's mostly at the corners of the intersections, so they're technically not supposed to be there. In fact, there's going to be raised crosswalks there, so it would actually be difficult to park there. So that scenario, it seems unlikely. So
People gonna double. People gonna double. People gonna double park.
Backside.
People will double talk.
Do we have any questions, any more questions from board members? Oh, we're good on that? All right, thank you. No questions from board members, any questions from members of the public?
Actually, I have a.
Oh, okay, our mic is working again.
Hello, thank you for your presentation. Are there any plans to put bicycle lanes?
There are no plans that we're anticipating for this project. Not even from the beginning. We're not anticipating to incorporate them at all. So.
Hi, Rhiannon Whitewoods from DDC. Yeah, so there's no bike lanes within the scope for this project, and this project has been, the schematic geometric design has been approved by DOT, and they've reviewed it and have not included any bicycle lanes within the project lots.
Oh, yes, please. And start with your name, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Joy Blair. I'm a resident. Mistakenly, you were talking about runoff and catch basins and how to let the water flow. And you already started that project, but it's not working. It's not working, that runoff for the water, because number one is resident water flowing out. When there's a flood, and you have the master, the runoff in the street, it rises. So when it rises, it pushes the water back in the resident in their home, and it floods them out. So your catch basin that's out there now, it's not doing it.
Well,
It's not working.
we haven't.
And by doing that, shifting this way, the sidewalk tilting, catch into Florida, then where's the water going? It's going right back into the resident's house in the basement, and it's flooding them out.
Well, currently all of the water, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but currently all of the water coming from the street, the curb heights are so low that the water just continues onto the sidewalk. Even if there's a catch basin there, it's going to bypass it and just continue to flow down. And then the way that the pitch, how the sidewalks are pitched, it's just going to pitch towards the houses, which is what we're trying to do with our design, is try to reverse it.
To change the manhole, you have to make it even larger to catch the runoff
Mhm.
and push it out.
Yeah, we're gonna propose,
It's not working. That,
it's a combination. We're gonna do, multiple catch basins, multiple infiltration basins. It's not just one. There's, we're planning, we're gonna, we're gonna install enough of them to capture the appropriate amount of runoff, based on DEP criteria. And that in tandem with the grading is actually going to address all of the flooding.
All right, thank you so much. I was otherwise
Yeah.
engaged and miss.
And just to add, like we said, oh, sorry, just to add, like we said, we are upsizing the combined sewer and the storm sewer in this area. So there will be more capacity in the sewers on these roadways to take it, to take the water out. And right now, the existing catch basins aren't actually at the low point of the roadway. So that's one of the issues, as well as the back pitch sidewalks. So the water isn't actually getting to the catch basin. And any work that's been done in the area so far has just been temporary measures, not a capital project, which is why we're coming in with a capital project to really fix the problem.
All right, this is our last comment. Can you stand up and start with your name?
Hi, my name is Jade. I live in Bergen Beach. I was just curious if you guys were making any rain gardens, like basically where the cement opens up for tree beds, because we're talking about runoff, and I think a main problem is that New York City infrastructure isn't built. So this is, I'm sure, a very, very, very long-term project in handling the capacity of New York and all of the additional rain we're receiving. So opening of street tree beds allow water to be absorbed back into the soil, which is like a massive thing we're missing. So I was just wondering if that's being incorporated into the project.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, absolutely. So we're trying to increase all of the pervious areas, whether they are existing tree pits by enlarging the sidewalks. enlarging the grass strips that are currently on East 81st Street and on Avenue J. And we're also doing infiltration basins, which are basically oversized catch basins that are located in the sidewalk where the water goes through the curb, and sometimes those have grass tops. So we would be replacing the existing concrete areas with grass tops. So if any chance that we can increase the improvement of the previous area, we will do if it's feasible.
Great, thank you so much. And Jade, the microphone goes back on the stand right there. You don't have to hold it all meeting.
Yeah, and just to add to that a little bit, so the infiltration basins will infiltrate into the ground, and so they'll take some of the water out of the system. But we're still doing the geotechnical investigation for that to determine if the infiltration basins will work, based on the water table and other existing soil conditions. But our plan is to put in the infiltration basins.
Thank
Fantastic. Thank you. All right, we're checking one thing, but. Okay, so we're going to have, Bill Seigler, Chairperson of Transportation Committee, for your report.
Our report is that
We need the mic so folks on mic can hear. Oh. That's okay, you don't have to talk about
Okay.
to say. All right, thank you so much. Thanks for coming here.
Vice Chair, it's just, I was there at the meeting yesterday. I think, what is it that?
No one can hear you.
Could you tell us, exactly what you're seeking after this meeting tonight, the exact wording? Seeking a letter?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. So there was no information. All right. So then we need to vote on a letter of support.
No. No.
We can't vote on that. So I guess we can move that to the floor once we have, I mean, you can move it to the floor and then we can vote once we have quorum.
We have called.
We don't, we're still at 25. We need one more.
Frank just came in. I just came in.
Let's, they're doing a count over here. Would someone like to move the request for a letter of support to the floor? What's the motion, Valerie? All right, so I believe that Valerie is moving that CB18 provide a letter of support to DDC for the reconstruction of Avenue J and East 81st Street. Fantastic. Do we have a second?
I second.
Oh, everyone. It has been moved and properly seconded by everyone that CB18 provide a letter of support for the reconstruction of Avenue J and East 81st Street. All right, is there any debate, conversation, questions? Seeing none, we're gonna move forward with a roll call vote. Yes, aye, something positive, we are in favor, no, nay, not in favor. Madam Secretary, please proceed with the roll call vote.
Cassandra Alvarez, Mohammed Aziz, Felina Becker, Alan Bash, Barbara Bieber, yes. Greg Baruso, Roosevelt Borscott, Gardy Bazella, Andrania Burgess, Keisha Burrell. Here. No.
We are voting on a letter of support to DDC regarding the reconstruction of Avenue J and East 81st, as per the presentation we just heard.
Okay, Lisa Calendar Wilson.
Yeah, you gotta call Keisha again.
Keisha Burrell. Lisa Calendar Wilson.
Yes.
Jamal Carrill. Kimberly Coe. Jermaine Donovan Crossfield.
Yes.
Paul Curiale. Bill Siegler.
Yes.
Marie Deleuze.
Yes.
Stanley Delva. Asada Diallo. Nigel Dupre.
No.
Ariel Friedman. Maria Garrett. Denise Gordon.
Yes.
Denise Gordine.
Yes.
Francesca Griffith.
Yes.
Thomas Hernandez Jr.
Yes.
Kennedy Baptiste.
No.
Naomi Lear. Rob Lizuchin.
Yes.
O'Neill Morgan, Mark Cole, David Price.
Yes.
Lorraine Rador. Yes. Michael Scott,
Yes.
Michelle Sealy, Frank Setio,
Yes.
Akis Sinisi,
Yes.
Christopher Smith, Julia Stukes, Annette Tomlin, Raphael Tretel, Jennifer Troman. Yes. Mike Trotta, Arnell Williams. Shereen Williams, Maria Willis. Aye. Valerie Woodford. Yes. Grace Willenberg. Shereen Williams, are you here?
Still her earlier. She must have stepped out. Yeah, she definitely was here. Keisha, we're gonna start having you vote in full sentences. So we're clear on what you're talking about. Good to have you though. Welcome to the board. Is that DeCosta Headley? What you doing over here? What are you doing? Oh, and look at this, Mr. Town. What's going on here today? We have famous people, congressmen and towns, everybody.
What you saying? These people come for this contract. Why does everybody accept this project?
With 3 abstentions. Tell me again, with 3 abstentions, 2 noes, and 20 yeses, the motion carries. We will provide a letter of support to DDC for the reconstruction project. DOT, DDC, NYC, and come on, the next one.
Us.
We have some, we have some new things happening right now, so, respectfully, Congressman just walked in, so I'm gonna ask Sue-Ann to come to the mic to introduce him, and we'll invite him to have some words,
So it is my pleasure to introduce, I know he's a man who does not need an introduction, but I'm going to do this anyway. He's a dear friend of mine and my family's, and I would like to just have him come up and say a few words to everyone that is here. Congressman Ed Towns, who was our congressman here for over 30 years.
Shut up.
And you finally made it. Every time I see it, he says, I'm coming to your meeting.
By the way, guys, 92 years old.
North Carolina A&T in the house.
Thank you very much. Let me just say, I'm excited about being here. As a dedicated, opportunity to work with, Sue Part now for many, many years, many projects. Of course, I can never forget some of the days and times that, he had to sort of bail me out. Because, I had a tendency to have a big mouth. And sometimes she would have to help me out. And I never forget that. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. And now I have the opportunity to work in the law firm with her husband. I tell you, who everybody has so much respect for. And down through the years, everywhere you go, if you sort of want to get somebody's attention and get their support, all you got to do is tell them, I'm a friend of Judge Part now. It helps you out. Give him a big round. And of course, I just really enjoy coming back into this area every time I get a chance because it has meant so much. This is the area that I represented for 30 years. Now, I represented like 70% of Brooklyn, the borough of Brooklyn over the years. But this is the area that I had for 30 years. And I didn't move, they didn't move me around, they just left me here. And of course, as you know, Hakeem Jeffries has it now. And before Hakeem Jeffries had it, a lady by the name of Shirley Chisholm, I replaced Shirley Chisholm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to tell the story about my relationship with Shirley Chisholm. Of course, judges heard me tell this before, that Shirley Chisholm was in Norman, Oklahoma, and called me and start talking about how she was fed up. She had enough of this stuff. She said, enough of this, folks. She said, said, I'm giving it up. And then I said, Shirley, please calm down. I said, you are the first Black woman to serve in the United States House of Representatives. Shirley, you're the first Black woman to serve on the Rules Committee. Shirley, I said, you were the first person to lead the Women's Science and Medicine group. Shirley, you cannot think about, Shirley, I said, you involved in the women's movement. You cannot think about getting out. She said, shut up. Shut up. Now you listen to me. I'm getting out and I'm supporting you for my seat. I said, oh, I didn't understand it like that. Before. Shirley, right, I know you're tired. Come on, Shirley. Of course, my relationship with her was at that level, and we were able to sort of talk it out. And of course, she was a big supporter of mine when I made the decision to run for Congress. And let me just say to you, it's just been a pleasure to have had that opportunity. And I want to thank many of you in this room, for your support, down through the years, and family members that supported me. And of course, let me just say to you, if you did not do it, you should have done it. Thank you so much.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shirley Chisholm of Brooklyn Belton.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes, I know he's a Sigma.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, before you leave, I wanna definitely get a photo with some folks in the hallway, some
Be
board
delighted.
members, the
Be
D9
delighted.
members for sure. Thank you. All right, we are supposed to go into executive session now. Since Cassandra's not here, Rob Mizuchin, are you going to lead this? Okay, now that we have form, so I'm going to step aside. 7:41 PM, I'm in the chair.
No, yeah. I'm confused right now.
All right, so guys, I don't ever want to be there again, so thanks. So, the nominating committee has met and we've nominated candidates for the executive board. At the last meeting, we proposed the slate. The slate is as follows. For chairperson, Naomi Hopkins. For first vice chairperson, Greg Baruso. For second vice chairperson, Maria Garrett. For treasurer, David Price. And for secretary, Barbara Beaver. There were no other nominees, so with that, I'm gonna ask that the secretary cast. Oh, yeah,
I make a motion.
oh, sorry.
Pay the board, can identify without competition in this coming year, elected unanimously, and the chairman casts one ballot by the secretary for the election of the four officers to complete the 2026-27 year.
Is there a second? Okay, second, Mark Paul. So as acting chairperson, I'm gonna ask that the secretary cast one constitutional ballot in favor of the unanimous election of the slate as read.
As secretary, I move that we cast one unanimous vote in lieu of all.
Second?
Second.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, no, because we want to do all, so you call it.
All right, so with that, the nominations and the elections are closed.
So she's back. I'm about to say she left. She's back. You're back. Yeah, you're back. I'm like, what happened? What happened though? Okay, she's back. He's the chair.
The executive board, myself,
It's still the same board.
Bruce, Chair Maria Garrett, Treasurer David Price, and Secretary Barbara Beaver. We thank you so much for trusting us for another year. Our last year, right? So, we have community board term limits. This, I believe, will be this 26, 27. I believe is Maria and Greg's last year on the board. They're not? Oh, they're not. I was wrong. Okay, so they must have 2 more years. Yeah, so we have term limits that are coming up. Also, it was in my report, which I left at home, so I'm just gonna share now. There is a hearing. City Council's having a hearing on Monday regarding term limits. I wanna just bring our attention to the many times we've had to delay starts of our meeting, or we had to move our agenda around because we don't have quorum. And one of the reasons we don't have quorum is because folks are not prioritizing their board service, right? And we look around, it's the same people here every single month. And these faithful few will all be term limited at some point. So if we think about the time, 2 years I'm up, right? And when many of us are gone, who's gonna come in here and how is the business gonna get done? So there's a conversation about term limits for district managers. Personally, I don't agree with this, and I also don't agree with term limits for board members. So as I always do, when there are hearings and matters before the city council, I ask you to please make your voicing heard. Please reach out to your council members and share how you feel. Also, feel free to show up at City Hall on Monday and testify and or sending written testimony about how you feel about term limits. We could get out of here by like 9:30 if we didn't have term limits. Okay, so back to our agenda at hand.
I'm gonna look.
We're gonna actually just move into district manager report first.
Like, this is kind of boring, so. if
Good
anything, I
evening,
can-
everyone. Good evening.